Okay, it's another beautiful day. It's another beautiful time, of course, to be here. And happy new month to all our amiable viewers, subscribers, listeners all over the world. You're welcome to this beautiful month of November. And I pray that it shall allow that everything we've been expecting from the previous month and this month to bring it to our doorstep. Amen. And this is the Society. Bureau is that platform we use to reach out to a lot of people. And this show is bettered out of compassion, out of love, out of care, out of concern for human race in general. We're not here to talk about your skin color. We're not here to talk about your race. We're not here to talk about religion. We're here to talk about the society because we are the society. And of course, I'm not seated in the studio alone. And don't forget that my name is Madam Chi. I have a outstanding, amiable, beautiful, and elegant mommy. Yes, mommy in the house that will be doing justice to the topic we have at hand today. Before we go into the introduction, I want to tell you what we'll be talking about so you begin to think, you begin to ponder, and you begin to look for how to contribute into the betterment of the society. We'll be talking about parental obligations to the society.
So your name is what?
Parental roles.
Esther, how old are you?
Society,
19.
our
You're 19. How old?
obligations, the things that is expected of us as a parent to the children in order to better the society of today. And in that regards, please let's put our hands together. Let's keep jamming the hands as we introduce or as she introduce her beautiful self, our guest in the house. So welcome, ma.
Thank you. My name is Mrs. Jumoke Ogunsuwada. I'm a freelance marketer, and I'm married with 2 children, and I also have business as a side also.
That side also is very important. Okay, yeah, you're welcome, ma. So how do you feel being here today?
I feel good. I feel honored, and hearing the topic that is, for today, I really felt it is something we really need to talk about in the society today because a whole lot is going wrong. So I was really happy and honored, being invited here.
Yeah, we're happy to also have you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being a plus or trying to be a plus to the betterment of the society. Okay, let's go straight into the topic. I was going through social media and it's just common that each time you go to social media you see some videos that get you pissed, especially for the age of these children. But before we go into that, I want us to look into let's say the marriages of our parents in the 60s, 70s and 80s and the marriages of today. What is the difference?
Well, I think back then there was a whole lot of responsibility being taken care of by the parents, especially the mothers. They had this knowledge, I will put it that way, that they are in charge of the children and they have to, even though some of them end up working, they still know how to juggle their time and the children. But nowadays, I think a whole lot of us have, we don't have enough time for the children. Then I won't really blame. I will blame the economy, number one, and also I will blame the society. Back then, the fathers, most of them, knew their responsibility was to provide for the family. But now we have men who are lazy and expect their women to do to take over their responsibility and also still take on their own responsibility. So who is there to take care of the home? Like I had one of my friends, I won't really go into details, but there was a time when she was taking the role of the husband in terms of providing, and the husband will be home and he still won't take care of the children. He won't take care of he doesn't care what they eat. He will say, wait for your mom, no matter how hungry the children are. So when the woman still comes home, maybe late in the night, she will still have to go to the kitchen and do a whole lot of things. She doesn't have time.
For the children.
She would not, because the assignment is there. Who's going to look after the assignment? Children, especially this generation now, you need to talk to them because they are learning a whole lot of things from school. You think you know your children, but believe me, you do not, because there are different people at home. There are different people when they're in school, and when the parents are too busy, how would they go to school to find out? Like, tell me about my child. These are things that we as parents we need to do. We need to keep going to our children's school uninvited, unannounced. You go there, you meet the teachers, you meet the principal. You need to know your child from outsiders. Don't just conclude, because you see a lot of, when teachers are complaining about the children, the first thing they'll say, "I'm not my child."
My child being defensive.
Very, very, like, not my child. My child doesn't do that. My child is too calm. You don't know these children, but we think we do. So I think a lot of factors is, I think that too much, everybody's just chasing money. I don't blame them. The society is, the economy is so bad.
So demanding.
And everything is high. And though we still have some parents who are, who have put their responsibility on the children. So I think from that time to now, I think we have more untrained people have become parents. So that's the difference.
Untrained children who have become parents. Thank you very much. And while you were talking about how parents don't have time for their children, then a lot of things came to my mind, but I'll be talking about it until we get back from this place. So we went on a quick break. Stay right there. Go to our social media platform and do comment, share, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Probably you're just joining us, and this is the Society, and we are View Radio, that radio that is beyond your view. I have my amiable guest in the house, and she actually talked about a lot of things in this little space, this little time. She talked about a lot of things, and we're still going to talk about more. And what we're looking at today is our parental obligations to the society or in the society. Where have we failed? Where have we gotten it wrong? Where are we not getting it right? That is making our children or our children that we're trying to nurture for future relevance going astray. Where have we failed? And that is what she's talking about. So when while you were speaking, you talk about parents not having time for their children. This morning, while I was coming to the office, I saw a girl, a little girl I asked her, "Why didn't you go to school?" And she said, "Today is our open day, and my mom says she's not coming, so that's why I didn't go to school." And I asked her, "Is going to work? She does not have time, that she's not coming." Do you get it now? And that child didn't go to school because if your parents didn't do justice to where I know she knows about where we have failed in our parenting obligations.
How old are you?
17.
17. How old are you?
18.
18. Are you a virgin?
No.
You You say your name is what? Esther, how old are you?
19.
You're 19. How old are you?
17.
17. How old are you?
18.
18. Are you a virgin?
No.
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 What's the body count?
8.
8. So you don't know 8 men like this. Then you, what's the body count?
7.
7. Yeah, what about you?
15.
Jesus, 15. So what are you doing here today?
Taken to a cash fund.
Going to catch for. What about you?
Same.
Same. What about
Same.
you? Are you friends or sisters?
Friends.
But if somebody wants to surprise you now, what can somebody surprise you with?
A car.
A car. What about you?
Phone.
Phone. What
A
about you?
phone.
Wow, what kind of phone do you have in mind?
iPhone.
iPhone. What about you?
Samsung.
I hope you're not in school or you're on break or holiday.
You're done.
Okay, you're done with. You say your name is what?
Esther.
Esther, how old are you?
19.
You're 19. How old are you?
17.
17. How old are you?
18.
18. Virgin.
No.
You are you virgin?
No.
What's the body count?
8.
8. So you don't know 8 men like this. Then you, what's the body count?
7.
7. Yeah, what about you?
15.
Jesus, 15. So what are you doing here today?
Taken to a cash fund.
Going to catch for. What about you?
Same.
Same. What about you?
Same.
Are you friends or sisters?
Friends.
But if somebody wants to surprise you now, what can somebody surprise you with?
A car.
A car. What about you?
Phone.
Phone. What
A
about you?
phone.
Wow, what kind of phone do you have in mind?
iPhone.
iPhone. What about you?
Samsung.
I hope you're not in school or you're on break or holiday.
You're done.
Okay.
Watch that video. That was how we repeated it twice. So, what is really wrong with the parenting of these days? Because for a girl of 19 years, probably she was giving birth in the 90s. Not even 90s, 2000.
2000.
It's 2000, probably 2004.
Probably.
2004. And her body count is 15. Where have we missed it as parents?
Well, I will still say not having enough time, shifting one's responsibility to the children. During our own days, we also had responsibilities, and that was, to take care of the younger siblings. But now we see some mothers who will prefer their older children to go out there, source for the income, while they stay home and take care and keep giving birth and taking care of the younger children. And they don't see anything bad in it. In a society where fraud is now celebrated more than being a banker, more than being a doctor, more than being so when they see you as a Yahoo boy, they like I heard sometime they said for the Yahoo boys, their mother, their moms have association, Yahoo Boys Mother Association, and that is to tell you that a whole lot has gone wrong. A whole lot has gone wrong in the society. You see mothers, telling their daughters, like, is that not your mate? Doing this, doing that for their parents. Even a child as young as 16.
You can imagine the one of 16. Yeah.
They let them wear crazy clothes. In fact, they buy it for them and tell them to stroll in the evening.
Like
I won't say it's illiteracy, because while I was growing up, I grew up in the in the slum, the Mushin side. And I could tell you that at least 98% of them were illiterate. But then, there was decency. Even in the slum, there was decency. Even when a child brings in money, they will beat the child to where he got the money from. It was like that. And then, it's not just you training your child. The neighbors will train your child. The society will train your child. So if you misbehave, they'll start beating you from the street down to your house. So when they take you home, then you will resume the beating. But now, even a teacher can't even talk to your child. The next thing, you're wearing your jeans. I'm not saying that some teachers who don't overdo, but there are some parents who don't even want any scolding for their child. And you see some parents encouraging their child in JSS having boyfriends and girlfriends. Well, I wouldn't really want to talk about this, but there was, I was having some discussion with some people that I know, and they were talking about my son, and like, oh, you will have a girlfriend. Who's a girlfriend? I'm like, girlfriend. Like, I was shocked. Like,
what
why
age?
would you ask my son? My son was just, as at then, I think he just clocked 14. And I was like, why would you ask him if he asked, or like, what do you mean? That's how they pretend to you. Kiniko of their age. Then I found out that some of them actually encourage their children bringing home their girlfriends and their boyfriends, and it's like a norm. And I'm like, am I living under the rock? Like, is there something going on that I don't know? Like, then I called my son. I was like, the way me I'm training you is the way of the Lord. Don't try, don't. I like, 'cause I started like, well, I beat this boy self is already like, maybe there's something I don't know, because it was like the norm. A child of his age, like, if like they practically bring in their girlfriends to their parents' house at that age. At 13, at 14, I think we've gone too deep in the Western culture. I will even say culture because they don't have culture, in the Western way of living. And because when you look at the society now, you hardly see anything African culture again. Everything is from the way we do things, from the way, I mean, everything is just about the Western now. In fact, I think we are even more Western than the Westerns now. It's as bad as that, because you see children go out naked. You see girls going out naked, and you see putting jeans under the. In fact, they don't even like, and the parents will see them and they're like, only swag me, yeah, swag me. And I'm like,
The swagalicious boy.
these are the things that we have left untouched, and it has become a normal thing in the society.
Society is crying. Society is going through a lot. And we parents are not adding or are not helping the society. The truth is that a lot of parents has really helped endanger the life of people in society. Because like you talk about, parents encouraging their children go out and make money. What would a child of 15 years, 16 years, 17, down to 20 go and bring, you're not working, as if maybe you're coming to, you're waiting for either your wife result and you decide to start working and earn money. You're not working, you're not doing anything, and you go and make money home, and your parents will celebrate you. They're actually encouraging you to do more. They're encouraging that child to do more. And the society is crying. The society is suffering. If those age they were doing things like that, that means they will be able to nurture others. Maybe she have a younger sister, she will also teach her the same way.
Pattern.
She will teach her. Then what are we now saying? Where are we going from here? That is the question. Where are we going from here? We'll be right back after this time out. Then where are we going from here?
welcome back to the society here on View Radio. With my humble self, Madam Chi, and I have my amiable guest, Mrs. Tawaka Litu. Of course, the society is crying. That's the truth. The society is suffering, and if we can't help heal the society that is broken, I don't know what the next generation will be facing in the society. So you and I need to go back to the drawing board. We need to put all we need to put together to make sure we set our records right. These children are the future of the country, the states, the nation, everything you can talk about. And if we do not train them well, I think the ones we are crying, the leaders we are crying today, will just be a genesis to what we're going to face in the next generation. I want you to quickly, let's watch this video. We're going to watch this video, and when we get back from that, okay, let me ask my guest this question. What do you think that parents need to do better? Or how do you think we should, let's say, how can we go back to the good old days where a child, if your father is trying to correct you, you will raise your head. You know, children of these days, because of they've seen what you have seen, or probably what you have not seen. You know, we're talking before the show that you see them, like, don't even know their age anymore. They've eaten what maybe you have not even eaten. Imagine a body count of a girl of 19 years, 15. That 15 probably because she reduced it because she thought she's going to go live, or they will see her online. So what can we do to curtail all of these things?
Well, I believe, you know, initially I said untrained children have become parents. So if as a parent who is not trained, you can only give what you have. So if the mindset of the parents is shallow, there's nothing to give to the child. And if everyone is me and my family, or, you know, because society, there's nothing like, society, you know, training children like the way we used to do that now. Once you even report a child to the parents, they're like, oh, busybody, mind your business. There's something about mind your business now. Once you just say something, they'll tell you mind your business. Like, is it so bad for you to mind your business? Is it so hard for you to mind your business? Things like that. So I believe, well, if something needs to be done, I think it has to start from the home. The parents themselves have to have a new mindset, a new reformed, how will I put it? Mindset of how proper to train the children, because really, if we go by what the country is saying, what the economy is saying, no one has time to checkmate their children. No one is checkmating anybody now. I saw a video of a girl. I think this guy was asking a question, and he said, "What is your discipline in school?" She was in school, and the guy was like, "What is your discipline?" And she said, "I am this, I am that, I am that."
That is a discipline.
That is a discipline. And the guy was like, "Tell me 3 courses you're doing." And she was like, "No, tell me your course. Tell me your course." And she was like, "My course? I am this, I am that, I am," and this is someone
that is in high institution
in school. And it has really eaten deep. It has really eaten deep. I for one, I believe in prayer, but, you know, I don't want to sound too religious, which I'm not. But then again, I would just urge parents to have time for their children, because a lot of us are, you know, chasing money, and by the time you get the money, even the children you want to use the money for are already, you know, long gone. Because now what is being celebrated and what is being encouraged in the society, in fact, your children say are even now making more money than you. So what do you actually want to even tell them? And they are making it in You see some parents, they will tell their girls, like when you marry, if you want to marry, don't bring in any useless man for you. You must bring in a rich man. You must catch a rich man, even if he's married.
Don't bring it useless.
So that means you're telling the girl child that she herself can make that money until she's, with a
A
man.
man that is wealthy.
That's wealthy. Then you're blaming the child. Then the society be like, oh, that as young as that child is, she's